So you're studying for EDMA 7412, and you know how overwhelming all the content can feel, right? It just seems endless. But what if you could zero in on only the stuff that really matters for the exam? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We've dug through years of past papers, found the patterns, and we're here to give you a clear-cut game plan for success.
Sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it? But honestly, it's not. Here's the thing, and it's kind of the big secret of the EDMA 7412 exam. The same core ideas, the same types of questions, they pop up again and again, year after year. It's not about memorizing everything, it's about mastering the concepts that you are almost guaranteed to see.
All right, so here's our roadmap. First, we're going to nail down the foundational definitions you absolutely have to know. Then we'll dive into the big-ticket leadership question. After that, we'll break down how to talk about quality assurance. And finally, we're going to walk through a real exam question together so you can see how it all fits. Okay, let's get started with what I like to call the foundational marks. This is the low-hanging fruit. Getting these core concepts right is absolutely crucial because, trust me, they show up in some form on nearly every single exam. This is how you build a strong base from the get-go. First up, leadership versus management. This is a classic, almost always a 10-mark question. The way to think about it is this. Leadership is all about vision and inspiration. It asks why we're doing something. Management, on the other hand, is about the systems and processes. It asks how we're going to do it. A leader sets the destination, a manager draws the map. Get this distinction down, throw in a solid school example like the ones you see here, and boom, that's 10 marks in the bag. And here's the second essential pair: accountability versus quality assurance. Here's an easy way to remember it. Accountability is about looking backward. It's answering for what happened, like an external report card you give to someone else. Quality assurance is about looking forward. It's the internal system you build, the process, to make sure you get good results in the first place. Understanding this difference is key to answering any question about school improvement.
Okay, buckle up. We're moving on from the basics to what is, without a doubt, the single most important part of this exam. Seriously, if you only master one thing from this whole explainer, make it this. We are talking about the high-value application question that can literally make or break your final grade.
I'm not kidding. 30 marks. Go look at the past papers. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. It's always there. This question is consistently the heaviest part of the entire exam. A great answer here doesn't just pass you, it can rocket your grade up. So let's break down exactly how you secure every single one of those marks.
The exam is going to give you a scenario. You know the type: a struggling school, teachers who've lost their spark, poor discipline. Then they'll ask you to apply leadership styles to fix it. Now, you might know a dozen styles, but you need to focus. Often you'll see styles like autocratic or bureaucratic as the source of the problem in the case study, and your job is to bring in styles like democratic and transformational as the solution.
Okay, this right here, this is your golden formula, your 5-step recipe for a perfect answer. Don't just start writing. Follow these steps. 1, name the problem. 2, pick your 2 styles. 3, define them. 4, and this is so important, give real practical examples of what a principal would actually do. And finally, step 5, explain why your choices are the best fit for this specific mess. This structure shows the examiner you're not just guessing, you're applying theory with logic. All right, Pillar 1 was definitions. Pillar 2 was that huge leadership question. Now, let's talk about Pillar 3, quality. The questions you'll get here are all about the moving parts, how different systems and all the different people involved work together to make a school better.
You're going to see a bunch of acronyms thrown at you: IQMS, WSC, QMS. But don't panic. The key is to look past the alphabet soup. No matter what letters they use, the real question is always the same. How do we use these systems to check on performance, help staff get better, and ultimately improve the quality of education for the learners? It's all about the process of getting better.
And here's how all those people and systems connect. Think of it like a team. You've got the Department of Education coming in from the outside with the whole school evaluation, kind of like an external audit. Then, inside the school, the principal and their team are running systems like IQMS to help teachers develop. The teachers themselves take part for their own professional growth. And overseeing it all, you have the school governing body, making sure the school is accountable to parents and the community. Everyone has a part to play. And this is it. This is the exact type of question they're going to ask you. See, they won't just ask you to describe the IQMS. They'll ask you to use it. How do you take the feedback from a report and turn it into a real, concrete action plan that actually improves the school? That's the skill they are testing here. So, theory time is over. We've covered the key ideas. Now let's get our hands dirty and put all of this into practice. We're going to take an actual past exam question and build an answer step by step, using the exact framework we just talked about. This is where it all comes together.
Check this out. This is a real question, pulled directly from the 2022 exam. Notice the instructions right there in the question. Identify, critically discuss, and justify. It's giving you a recipe for your answer. The scenario that went with this question, by the way, was a school with unmotivated teachers and really low morale.
Okay, so let's apply our formula. Step 1, what are the problems? You'd start your answer by clearly stating the issues from the case study. Something like, the primary challenges facing the school are a severe lack of teacher motivation, which has led to a poor work ethic and a subsequent decline in learner morale.
Next up, step 2. We need to pick our tools. Now, since the problems are all about people, right? Morale, motivation, vision, it just makes sense to go with transformational and democratic leadership. They're designed to handle exactly these kinds of people problems. Now for the really crucial part, applying the theory. You'd quickly define what these styles mean, but then you immediately show how they work in practice. So for transformational, you could say, the principal organizes workshops where everyone works together to create an inspiring new vision for the school. For democratic, you could suggest the principal creates a teacher-led committee to brainstorm and implement solutions for improving morale. Be specific. And now for the final step, the justification. This is where you seal the deal. You basically say, look, these styles are the best choice because they fix the real problem, the lack of motivation and buy-in. You're not just putting a Band-Aid on the symptoms with an autocratic style, you're empowering teachers to become part of the solution. That's a powerful argument. So to wrap it all up, what's your study cheat sheet? It's these 3 things. Number 1, master those 2 core comparisons, leadership versus management and accountability versus quality assurance. Number 2, know that 5-step structure for the 30-mark leadership question inside and out. And number 3, understand how all the quality systems and stakeholders connect. If you focus on these 3 areas, you're going to be in a fantastic position come exam day. Look, we've basically handed you the exam's playbook. You know what they're going to ask, you know the patterns. The only question left is, how are you going to use this blueprint to build your own high-scoring answers? Walk into that exam room prepared, feel confident, and show them exactly what you know. You've got this. Good luck.